In a world where strangers are losing memories, these unlikely heroes will band together to find the truth and do some really awesome stuff. We are the Unfortunate Sons!
Welcome everybody to TPK's Unfortunate Sons! Welcome to the 7th episode. Our 7th episode. We'd like to thank you for being here. Thank you for watching us, that one person.
You know who you are. You know who you are.
So before we start this section of TPK's Unfortunate Sons, I'd like to give a shout out, an unsponsored shout out to an app called Pocket Bard. Pocket Bard is basically an app that it has a bunch of uncopyrighted music that any streamer and like D&D streamer apparently can use, and you not get copyrighted for it. So I use it a lot during my D&D sessions, and it's very helpful. So thank you, Pocket Bard. And if you hear this, please sponsor us. Not really. But other than that, any other updates from anybody else? No. All right. Well, let's get into.
I'm just looking at all the faces all around the table here to make sure everyone's okay with this.
I'm okay.
All right.
And two best friends.
Well, let's get into the 7th episode of TPK's Unfortunate Sons.
The Lego Batman movie was a time in life. You know,
I was just thinking about the Lego Batman.
That's so wild. Okay.
Was it something I did that reminded you of the Lego Batman?
Yes.
What did I do? Because I also thought of Lego Batman movie.
I just remember thinking in my head, being like, and two best friends, and I was like,
that.
Wow.
That's from the Lego Batman.
Right, yeah.
So. Fire. Everywhere. The city of Chakradai burning.
Welcome to Disney's Fast Play. Are you old enough? No, yeah, you are. Never mind, my bad. I forget that you're literally only a year old younger than me.
A year old.
You're a year old.
A single year old.
I can't believe you're a year old.
I'm on that Google Gaga
Dude,
grind. Baby
yesterday I looked at him like dead in the microphone, and I said,
Dead in the microphone.
I said, I forget you're only 3 days younger than me.
That's not
true. Which is
quite
not
right.
true.
No.
That is not
It's a year
true.
and 3 days.
That's
It's a
right.
year and 3 days. Alright. So, you three, the Unfortunate Sons, were just sentenced to life in prison. Are you Elijah or Crucio?
Let's find out.
I'm Crucio.
You three were just sentenced to life in prison. At this moment, as you are standing up from your seats, the guards are pushing you up to your seats. The crowd is making a roar of whispers saying, what are these attacks? What does you mean forget?
Did we take a long rest or anything?
No.
So would I still be Elijah then?
Hold on. just hold on a minute. Hold on.
That was my internal dialogue.
I was about to get through it. Don't worry. You start hearing the roar of the crowd as they're whispering, what is this darkness? What is there? What is this sickness they're talking about? What's happening? Some people are mad. Some people are confused. Some people are upset. Some people are amused by the whole interaction happening. The judge has completely evaporated. His spectral form has gone away from the judge stand, whatever it's called. The sheriff, last time you saw him, ran out the side doors, basically kind of in anger. And the Countess went out those doors as well. As you begin getting pushed up by the guards, you too notice a slight change in Elijah, as basically the stress and the excitement of it all has triggered something in Elijah. As you see kind of a devilish grin come on his face again. You start being pushed out of the place. Everybody make a perception throw.
Ooh. Perception.
Unnatural 20.
Natural 20.
12.
12. Okay.
13.
13. Okay. Y'all see pretty much the same thing. See a lot more of the unique looking guards come over and start pushing you outwards. There's about 5 guards right now, making sure that you're staying in line, you're not close to any of the civilians. But looking over at the crowd, you notice, I know I described this last time, but just to reiterate, a lot of these people have a lot of fancier clothing. They have parasols, I don't know how you say that word. And they have dresses, they have suits, half suits, formal wear. These aren't the normal people you saw in downtown. These aren't the normal people that you guys saw in
Downtown?
downtown. Is that what you're from? Yes.
Downtown, Midtown, Uptown?
Yes. Yes. These aren't the normal civilians that you've seen in downtown. The area where you majorly were staying your time at. As you get closer and closer, you, Reginald, took a keen look over the crowd. Because you, last session, you were looking for something.
Where's my Pegasus?
At this moment, as you're being pushed out, you see, walking by, as you're like kind of anxiously looking around, you see the Pegasus being held by a little girl. A little human girl with blonde hair and a nice dress, sitting very closely to what appears to be some sort of a woman who's also wearing these fancier clothing. This is one of the only children you see out in the court. But you can just see her holding the Pegasus tightly as she's looking up at you three, just eyeing you two. Not really smiling or having any notion on her face, but just rather staring. You see the mom kind of like, or what appears to be her mother, kind of holding her tightly as you three start walking by. But yes, it does look like the same type of Pegasus, yes, as you.
Just blast.
I know what I must do, but I don't know if I.
Where does Reginald draw the line in morality?
As you continue to get pushed out of the courtroom, pulling you on the chains that you they hooked you three back on the same chain again. I forgot to describe that part. They do that more towards where you were sitting down, and they start pulling you on that. Sorry, I don't know how to say that.
Sorry.
They start pulling you on that collective chain out of the out of the courtroom. They open the big doors, and you make your way out to the long hallway, the huge, magnificent hallway. You see a little rustle happening in the hallway. There's guards kind of everywhere trying to make sure that you get out. You still have the 5 guards around you. Then they push you outside of the doors. What are you doing?
Alright, I need my charger.
Oh. Then they push you outside of the doors. As you make your way down the steps, you see the metal carriage, same metal carriage, the one with the bars that almost looks like a cage, has been pulled out in front of you down the stairs. On the streets right now, it's not that busy, other than what's happening in the courtroom. This is the fancier part of town. It was more so towards uptown, just to reiterate stuff I said last time. It is more towards uptown, and there's not much of a hustle that there is in downtown. They pull out the carriage. It's 2 horses on the carriage. And you see 2 guards and the sheriff on the carriage. As they pull out in front of you, you see the sheriff get out of the carriage, jump out. He's a lot bigger than the other 2 guards, so he's kind of making it uncomfortable for the other 2 guards on the same carriage. As he's kind of, not angrily, but more like roughly handling the carriage, almost a slight sense of annoyance as he starts unlocking the carriage, opens up the door, and the 5 guards begin leading you into the carriage. They sit you all inside, or not sitting, but they put you all inside, and they lock you all on one part of the ground. Since you're all on one chain, there is a little thing on the ground that they tie the long chain around, or a little thing on the carriage ground, that they tie the thing around, the chain around, and lock it, keeping you fastened in the cage. As they're fastening you, you see a lot of the guards make their way away and get on horses. They get on horses. Sorry, I was thinking. They get on horses and they start galloping over to you guys. You see as the sheriff closes the door and he begins to lock it. As he locks it, you hear like you hear him kind of barking orders at some of the other guards, saying, "You two stay behind. You three stay on the front." I got other things I have to handle. You guys make sure that they get to the prison safely. Contact me if anything happens. And then he kind of gives off a grunt as he pulls out a cigar from his back pocket, pops it in his mouth, pulls out a match, lights it. As he blows it out, he gives you guys one last look and then turns away and starts walking up the steps of the courthouse. In a sudden movement, you guys are pushed as the carriage starts moving. Two horses following somewhat behind you guys, not closely behind, but close enough, where two horses with two different guards on each horse. And then there's three guards on the front horse, or on the front of the carriage. And there's like a little wall, like a steel wall, that's kind of blocking you and that opening. The cage opening is more so towards the side in the back of the cage where the door is. But then there's like a steel wall that the guards, are sitting up against, or pressed up against. So make it where it's like you're not going to touch the guards, or not as easily. But your carriage starts to move.
Reginald's just sitting in silence, head down. No words.
What are you smelling about over there?
I just got to witness one of the worst court cases I have ever seen in my life. I haven't seen any before, but it's a first.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I mean, you are a different breed of deceitful.
Well, you should have came out and did something.
If I came out, there'd be way more blood on our hands.
Oh, well. Then shut up about it, I guess. Did he say where we were going?
You know when we do those like recaps before episodes? That's when you listen.
That was the character timing.
That's when you open your ear.
My bad. I know we're going to the purple place.
Yup. I have no idea.
I don't know where that is though.
My bad.
The attempt on my life.
He got all serious and tried to brizz me up.
I was laughing and I had to snap back into
Zoned
character.
it in.
Anyways, sorry. I have no idea.
Guess we gotta wait and see. What are you doing over there?
I'm trying to be quiet.
So, y'all are just waiting?
Yeah.
Just sit in silence?
Yeah.
As the carriage keeps moving. You start seeing you begin to leave uptown and getting more towards midtown with a cluster of cities, or cluster of buildings. With time passing, you start noticing a change in the scenery. The nicer looking houses and the nicer looking areas, buildings start shifting, downgrading. A lot of the houses are less nice. A lot of the buildings are less nice. It looks to be a poor part of town. You see a lot more people in this town as there were in Uptown. A lot more what appears to be scraggly people with, not as fancy clothing. They look a little dirtier. Reginald, make a perception roll for me.
I don't know. 18.
Looking around at this array of people, this new scenery, this new poor part of town, you guys are trying to spot everybody you can. And you see an old man, Reginald. You don't know what kind of race he is. It's a little hard to tell from here, but you can tell that he's very hunched over. And you can tell that he has kind of he kind of has like torn up clothes, a torn up robe, everything, just trying to keep warm, basically. But he does have something that looks almost out of place. You see in his hand a walking stick. And it catches your eye because this is not a normal walking stick, but looks very, very similar to your very own staff. You see the very almost serpent head. Is that what it was?
It's just kind of like a cage.
Yeah. You see that cage-esque design on it. It's a very noticeable design to it all. As your vision snaps to it, seeing it off in the distance, as this man is using it as a walking stick right now, walking down the street.
Oh, he's gonna try and...
Element of surprise!
Mine! The carriage that we're in, what is it made of?
So, the bars are made of steel, but a lot of the floor, and especially the wheels, the back metal rest that's protecting you from the guards is also made of steel. But apparently the flooring and the wheels are made of a refined wood.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Nothing to do.
I'm just going to take a very good mental note of where this dude's at.
Okay.
As much as I can of what he looks like.
Okay. Roll for intelligence to see how much. Never mind. You don't have to roll for anything, actually. You don't have to roll for anything. I'll try to remember that.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's pondering right now.
You guys look over to see Reginald biting the water of his enclosure.
Reggie, you okay? The trial must be eating him up.
See his face kind of scrunch up. As you start, the horse still moving, still going.
How far away is the man now?
He's about like 45 feet, probably. He's walking down the kind of on the side of the street, and y'all are on the main street.
Are we going in the same direction?
Somewhat. He's just wandering, and you guys. It's not like you're rushing to the prison. Like the horses are, galloping, trotting, whatever is the term. Trotting to the location. I mean, they have to get around people, stuff like that. So. There are other people on the street everywhere, and there's 2 guards on a horse right behind you. Not close behind you, but they are following, trailing.
That's it. That's it. He doesn't do anything.
You see this kind of anxious Reginald kind of scrunching up his face, thinking very hard, and then all of a sudden he just relaxes for a minute as his focus drifts away from the old man outside. You continue to go, the horse continually moves, and Reginald, you eventually see the old man disappear off in the distance. You 3 continuing to move, it takes a little while, but you finally feel the horse is kind of slowing down a little bit. You can't see what your destination is. But you finally get to a stop. You get to what appears to be a stop. As the carriage stops for a moment. You see the 2 horses that were behind you, trailing behind you, kind of make their way around to the front. And then you hear one of the guards say, "Open the gate!" As you hear a walking in, as the carriage starts trotting in, you look to your left and your right and you see two semi-big, not like humongous walls, but semi-big stone walls with what appears to be wooden gates attached to it. This is, looking around, this is an area you guys have definitely not seen before. As you're making your way into the gates, you're looking around a little bit more on the outside. This appears to be a part of Strawberry you guys have not been, you guys have not seen at all. It's still in the poor neighborhood. You can still see some of the poor buildings around, but this definitely is not an area you've been to. You get pulled in, and the carriage turns around, and you see a couple of the guards making their way over to you. As they open up the cage, they open up the door and begin to open your lock. Unlocking the chain that's on the ground, they pull you out. And as you get out, you see this huge tower structure in front of you. It appears to be a tower in the middle of a big building. Not like the guardhouse. This building is a lot bigger than the guardhouse. It's not taller, but it's bigger. Like it's wider. You see there's a big, like I said before, there's a big tower in the middle. This is a tower that you guys have not seen in Strawberry. It's not something you noticed until now. You see a bunch of the guards all around. You see guards up on kind of like wooden platforms near the wall, looking over the wall, stuff like that. You see guards everywhere. They look more like the guards back at the guardhouse. They're a little more armored than the guards back at the guardhouse, but they look more similar to them. Very different than the guards you saw at the courthouse. As they're prepping you, they start dragging you into what appears to be the big facility. Walking inside, you see this very beautiful, it looks like a prison. It looks like a prison as our today would look like a prison. Definitely not as big as the prisons usually look, but definitely has the same aesthetic, the same appeal to it. There's not much there's not much of a difference between this prison and what we see in our today, like modern day. As they open the big doors into the prison room, you see a lot of people working at different desks, different counters, different stuff like that. People managing stuff, people walking around, guards protecting. In the chaos, they drag you over to a specific area. They pull out. You see, they drag you over to a specific area, a specific counter. All three of you, to the same person. You see a dwarf and a woman working at the counter, and you see she has glasses kind of down to her nose, big kind of round glasses. As she's writing stuff, you see she has like bright red curly hair, and like very tanna skin. As she's writing stuff down, you see some of the guards start handing her documents and stuff. And she starts flipping through them. She starts writing more stuff. I will take you first. Get over here. She pulls out documents. She starts writing stuff down. You are Theus Maldred.
Yeah.
Life sentence. You're only gonna be here for a week. So holding. Oh. All right. She kind of slams down. She kind of slams down a piece of files, and then she slams down what appears to be an ink pad. And you see one of the guards grab your hand as they push your hand on the ink pad, and then push your hand on the piece of paper. As that happens, a kind of silver outline goes over the hand, like glittering outline goes over your hand, and the paper. And as you pull back, you can just see it's just ink, your handprint on the page. She pushes it back, starts clipping things together, throws it off to the side. Elijadna Stonesboro. Slams another thing. The ink pad's still there. One of the guards grabs you.
Don't touch me. I'm gonna go over and just do it all myself.
They let you. As you do that, the same glittering silver outline goes over your hand and the paper. And as you pull back, you just see your handprint. They take the page, and Reginald Pesebas. That's close. Pushes it down. You do that silver outline, same exact thing. She takes all the documents together, starts writing stuff down. She says, she looks at the guards and she says, "They're ready to go. Take them." As the guards once again start pushing you down the hall. You see them come through a barred door as they open it up, and then close it again, and then you start walking down another kind of hallway. You looking around, you see a lot of different rooms, bigger rooms. This place is a lot bigger. The interior is a lot bigger than it was in the guard's house where you were stationed at before. You see different hallways, different areas all together, and tons of people working here. Making your way down the hallway, they you see a pause for a minute as another lady comes walking through. This lady's Elvin. She hands one of the guards what appears to be 3 sets of clothes. The guards begin to unlock your chains, all of your chains, even your feet chains. As they hand you the 3 sets of clothes. Each getting one set. As you're looking at this, you see there is a hat. There is what appears to be some sort of thin layered pants, a tank top, and then a jumpsuit that has purple and white stripes on it. And the hat also has the purple and white stripes. As they hand you those clothes, they push you once more. As they open a big door to an empty room with with 2 benches inside and some lockers, basically. They push you inside and they say, "You 3 change in here. Leave your clothes in one of the empty lockers." And as they shut the door, they lock the door. This room is cold. It's made out of stone everywhere. And the only thing in this room is 2 benches and a bunch of lockers all around you that have a couple of like openings, a couple of like, open lockers and.
Crucio's just gonna go pick one and be like, "This is fun," and just start straight booty butt, naked all the way.
So the locker, by the way, is like a little cubby. Okay, I just was making. I thought you were saying you wanted to get.
No, he's taking everything off.
I thut you were saying you wanted to get in the locker.
No. I was just gonna take off all of his amenities.
Okay. Yeah, but you're naked.
And put them in the locker, and then he's just gonna put on the pants and the tank top and the hat.
Okay.
And you see these big white muscles.
See 2 scrawny as Crucio is flexing them in the reflection of the locker.
I can get used to this.
With a sigh, Reginald finds a locker kind of somewhat away from the other 2. And just kind of, he very sort of neatly folds his robes and such and places them very gently within the locker as he gets changed into the full garb. As he kind of adjusts his hair a little bit more so into a whereas before he kind of had it up in a bun of sorts, he kind of drops it into like a real messy ponytail.
And then I'll go over and get my stuff and take off probably what was also the same clothes I had from the other deal, and just take them off and put my new garments on.
Okay.
And then I'm wearing everything but the hat.
Okay. So, as you you put your stuff in the locker, right?
Yes.
Okay. As you all put your stuffs in the locker, you close it, and you see there's a little print pad basically on it.
Say that again?
Print pad.
There's like a little pad on it. As you close it, you see it kind of flings open a little bit. Try to close it again, still flings open a little bit. The entire locker.
Crucio's gonna keep slamming it until it.
Okay. You keep doing that, and you hear one of the guards slam on the door and say, "Hey, knock it off in there!
The stupid thing won't shut. What do you want from me?"
Put your hand on the pad."
He's gonna slam it shut just one more time, and then just
As you put your hand on the pad, the silver magical outline goes over the same pad as you hear the locker locks.
Stupid magic, stupid mumble, stupid.
Did you just legitimately just say mumble?
Mumble, stupid mumble, stupid.
Yeah, we're walking.
Yes, we do the same.
Yeah, just very. I mean, I don't
We're
have no. Just
How did you do it?
magic.
Yeah, you both lock yours pretty easily. The same process, the same exact outline, stuff like that. Wow. As you all walk out, the guards begin. There's about 4 guards around. They kind of push you out. Crucio being the last one to walk out. One of the guards says, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa. You gotta have your jumpsuit on. Go put that back on." So he kind of notions to the... You only have the tank top and the pants.
But why?
You have to have it.
Okay. And I guess he's just gonna go start like banging on the locker again.
Put your hand on the pad.
Sheesh. He's gonna put his hand on the pad and open it up. He's gonna grab it. He's just gonna like, sling it over his shoulder and just start walking out.
On. Now.
you just put it on right now.
What a prick. He's just gonna happy.
And then he pushes you out. Rude. The other 2. As they begin pushing you down another area. Walking a little farther down, you get to this big opening, basically. In this area, you see what appears to be multiple guards lined up on the wall. You see them talking a little bit, just mumbling, and then as they notice you two, you see like their posture, or you 3, sorry. You see their posture kind of adjust and go back to their very like guarded stance.
Soak.
Yeah, shut up. Why don't you? At the end of this big room, you 3 see a very big door. Round door. Made out of stone. It has some sort of writing all over it. The writing circles around the entire stone, and you see what appears to be 2 very distinct people right by the door on each side. You see what appears to be kind of a greenish looking furbolg man. Very tall, very hairy. You kind of see his hair is kind of almost in a mohawk going down his back. As he has kind of a robed attire. He's not wearing any armor. He's definitely does not look like one of the guards. But these not fancy, but more nicer, kind of robes. They're a brown color of robes. And then on the other side, you see what appears to be a spring Eldrin. Eldrin. It's an elven race. If y'all need a picture of what that looks like, I can show y'all. But she has very almost what appears to be leafy attire. Like her clothes are made out of a forest in a way. It looks like the robe. She doesn't have robes on, but the attire she has on it almost looks like a robe, half of a robe in a way. Half a robe, half of a dress, and then she has some sort of pants on. You can see her skin is very green in a way with almost a brown sort of tint to it. You see her hair is very, very frizzy, very dark greenish, frizzy, curly hair, puffed out. Yeah, you see her propped up at the door. It's two very distinct looking people that you haven't seen in Strawberry before. And then all of a sudden you begin to hear footsteps. Slowly.
I don't think that's what he was saying.
As you look up, you see this scaffolding almost area with a bunch of stairs leading down. As you hear a voice start speaking. Cellmate 42, Cellmate 43, and Cellmate 44, also known as Theus Maldred. And as the person begins walking, you start seeing an outline of them reading something. You haven't seen their face yet. Theus Maldred, Elijadna Stonesborough, and Reginald Persuvius. As he gets down the stairs, you see a very chilling tiefling man. Very blue, icy blue skin. And what appears to be red, pupilless eyes.
Have we seen tieflings before?
Yes, you have seen tieflings before. Red pupilless eyes. You can see his hair is very neat. Is very neat, pulled back, and very neat, pulled back, and he has almost curly horns, halfway curled to his chin a little bit. He has a very distinct attire. It's hard to describe a little bit. It's not a suit, but it's very formal looking. There appears to be different layers on him, different unique styling to him, but it's almost like a button-up shirt, button to the side of his chest, and then pants, and then a tie with it. He gives off a very chilling impression. Welcome to your temporary home. As he gets down to the stairs, you see him have his arms behind his back as he faces the three of you. He puts the document away behind his back as he's making direct eye contact with you, kind of staring into each of you. There's not a smile, there's no reaction to his face at all. Like you've been told before, you three have been sentenced to life, but not here. This is a temporary arrangement. While you are here, you will be treated as guests, and guests listen to their host. So you will do as exactly as I say, and how I say it. My name is Warden Dagon, but you may call me Warden. You will only speak when spoken to, and when I give you instructions, you will do as exactly as I say. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
I don't expect any trouble from you three, but if you find it so needed to cause a ruckus while being a guest in the prison of purple, you will be reprimanded severely. Open the doors. As he says that, you see the two people, the Eladrin and the elven Eladrin and the Furbolg, get up from, they're kind of leaning against the wall, kind of relaxed. They get up from a lenient position as they start, as they start waving their hands, speaking this type of incantation. You see what appears to be now, you can clearly see kind of ruins on the boulder begin lighting up everywhere as the boulder begins moving out of the way. You start seeing magic kind of flowing from their hands into the boulder. The boulder completely opening, you can see the inside of what appears to be light shedding through from lanterns. As the warden begins walking through the door. Follow me. The guards behind you begin to push you through the door.
Are we like still chained together, or are we just
We're free.
You're free.
oh okay
They
cool.
freed us when we went into the locker thing. Let's get these guys.
Who has the highest past perception? Is that you?
A 13.
Walking by
Magnum.
the two people, what appears to be some sort of mages, take note of the Eladrin, almost a bit. And you see her eyes are gray, clouded almost, as she's staring at you, at the three of you, watching you intently as you walk through. Making your way into the area, you are on a big, almost balcony-esque area. Looking over, you start hearing voices. A lot of different chatter, a lot of different ruckus, uproar. And then all of a sudden, that ruckus stops. As you look over, you see what appears to be this huge room, a massive room, that appears to be some sort of cafeteria-esque eating place. And then lined up on the walls on one level and then another level are cells everywhere. The level you're on is the second level. Looking over, the people down below, you can definitely see that they're prisoners. That they're all wearing the same purple-esque, purple striped getup as all of you. All in different variations. Some people have it halfway down. Some people just have the tank top but have the pants on. Some people, have different stuff, but they're all wearing the same jumpsuit. As the warden gets to the very edge, they all intently look up and just go completely silent. The prison of purple. We have 3 new cellmates joining us today. So let's give them a warm welcome. Treat them nicely in the way we would in this prison. And as a gift, let's make sure our home is neat for them. Code 53. As he turns over to somebody else. Turns over to a guard. You see the guard nod his head and make his way to the edge, as well as he yells out, "Routine check! Everyone line up!" As everybody starts scuttering a little bit. They're kind of stressed. They're kind of like, a lot of them line up. Some of them bolt to their cells. As this is all happening, the warden turns back around to you. This is just something we do in our prison. Make sure there's no illegal contraband. We have to make sure everything's neat for you, 3. We wouldn't want you coming into a mess, would we? After some time, you see the guards begin patting down people, patting them down, checking cells. You see a lot of the guards checking cells. All the cells are open, by the way. Checking the cells, searching through them, and going through. Time passes by. You're still up there, still up on the top. Till you hear one of the guards say, "I found something!" As you see this kind of halfling man getting pulled and like kind of resisting it, kind of like trying to push away as the guard is like pulling him to the top. There's stairs leading up to the top, to your lair. Getting to your lair, he pulls. You kind of hear him go, "No!" As he's pulled to you, he kind of like his posture changes as he sees the warden, and he says, "I ain't got nothing for ya." As the guard kind of pulls out a sack and hands it to the warden. With one arm behind his back, he reaches his other hand out and takes the pack. Unwraps it, looks inside, sniffs it a little bit, ties it back, hands it to another guard. Now. Cellmate 22. What did we say? Where did you get this pixie dust? I ain't telling you. I ain't no snitch. As he's kind of like, has his teeth out angrily. He does look the part of like kind of crazy, kind of
Crazy Kane.
Crazy Kane's brother.
It's one of his old running buddies.
Raggedy Rick.
As he says, "I ain't telling you." You see the warden kind of tilt his head. Maybe 2 days in the box will teach you otherwise. So he's like, wait, no, don't put me in the box, As he's like being dragged away by 2 guards, you kind of hear him hollering, going, no! As you hear a boom, as a door slams. Another door slams.
Gonna get shot out back.
The other place, all the other prisoners are like completely silent. The warden turns back around to you 3. Like I said, if you do not follow my instructions thoroughly, you will be punished. Now,
I like this guy.
make yourselves comfortable for the time being. In an hour, you will be brought to janitorial duty.
The worst of pain.
But don't worry, as he begins walking away. The real work begins tomorrow. As he walks out the big stone doors, you start hearing the stone back into place, completely sealed. You're like Jesus in the tomb. As
We are the
We'll be
Messiah.
rising up for 3 days.
Give me 3 days and I'll make it up.
at this point, 3 sets of guards grab each one of you and start bringing you away from each other. They drag you two to the left side, and they drag you to the right side. As they put, you get shoved in. There's no numbers to these cells. You just have to memorize what cell you're in. As you get pushed in a cell, you're brought to another cell, and you get thrown into a separate cell.
Pansy.
It's about 2 cells away from his, but you're separated. Bless you. The same guard kind of tells you, or the 2 separate guards kind of tell you at 2 separate times, as they're pushing you in the cell, they say, in an hour, one of the guards are going to come and get you for janitorial duty. Be prepared. As they kind of kind of walk away when the other guards says to both of you, try to make some friends, why don't you? You are only going to be here for a week. As he starts laughing, going down the corridor.
Right when he puts me in my cell, I'm taking off my jacket and wrapping it around my waist.
Okay.
What punk?
You get pushed in a cell across from them. It's on the complete other side of him. There's it's like a big balcony-esque. I know I said that earlier, but I wanted to reiterate it. And you're completely on the other side of the balcony. They push you in a cell, and they say basically the same thing to you. As you are all now in the prison of purple. Wow. We're going to take a break real quick. Because I got to pee. All right, guys, we'll be back in just a second.
2 minutes.
All right, and we are back to TPK's Unfortunatesuns.
Wahoo!
All right. So
2
you 3
minutes.
are in
2
your
minutes.
cells.
2 minutes times. Yes. I took off my clothes.
Throw my jacket around my waist.
Coverage will make yourself at home.
It's like a jumpsuit.
So it's like.
Wait,
So then why do we get pants?
It's like thin pants that's underneath the jumpsuit.
Oh, so he was. That's so funny. So you were just like in your boxers, like you.
No,
didn't
I'm
actually,
naked.
I know, but you didn't actually
he's
have the thing on when he told you to put it on.
Oh, so I just had like this. Okay, I understand now.
I didn't even. No, I didn't realize that either. That's funny.
I thought I was in like a tracksuit,
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
or it's like a sweatshirt and then
Yeah.
track pants.
No. It's like all one.
It's a
and
two-
There's like a
yeah.
butt. There's
It's just a
buttons.
one piece.
Well, then I'll untie it from my top and tie it around my waist.
Yeah,
My man
they
just,
keep
just
the pants.
straight up naked.
Yeah.
And I'll take off the tank top.
Hey, yo.
But keep the hat on.
Okay.
Let me see. Anyways,
Oh, we're recording.
yeah, we are.
Yeah,
recording.
Oh.
Yeah, we're in it.
We're actually playing the game right now.
We're actually, playing D&D.
Anything you guys would like to do? You hear the rustle and like the chatter of the cells, or the cellmates, your cellmates start again.
No.
And did you say there were... You said there's like levels, right? Like it's got multiple...
There's 2.
Okay.
I know a book called Name Levels.
Cool.
You kind of get the feeling that
All right. Well, I'm gonna
All right.
walk out my cell. Go try and I'm gonna go by and count how many I am from Reginald,
You're 2.
That was easy.
and then I'm gonna be like,
Or there's 2 in between.
right.
So,
I'm gonna be like, hi Reggie, and then I'm gonna go past. I'm gonna count how many it is to the door.
So
Like the big
as
stone
you
door.
as you get to as you're kind of getting adjusted in your room, you suddenly see this very scrawny, skeleton looking man walk by. He doesn't have a tank top on anymore. It's just his bare chest. As he walks through walks past your cell and gives you a little wave.
Back to slump.
Okay. There's so in the cell, just a description of the cell. There is one bed. It appears to be made out of wood, hanging up kind of with a little bit of cloth underneath it, and cloth over it, and a small pillow. And then there's another bed on top of it. It's like a bunk bed-esque, but it's chained to the wall almost.
Roomies.
You see there is a toilet in this room, and there's no windows, nothing like that. That's it. And the walls are stone.
So it's just me in this cell.
1, 2, 3.
Right now,
Crap! I messed up. 1, 2, 3. Crap.
the doors are open.
Yeah. No. I'm chilling. I'm chilling in the cell.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Roll intelligence check.
Just throw or just a general intelligence check?
General intelligence.
17. It's a 19 minus 2.
So from where'd you start counting?
Right after Reginald's cell.
Right after Reginald's cell, there's about trying to count it. Right after Reginald's cell, there's about almost 14 cells
So it's 14 cells from Reginald's to the door.
to the big door.
And then I'm going to turn around and make sure I got the counting right, so I'm going to walk back and do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 13, 14. Hi, Reggie. 1, 2. I'm going to go into my cell.
Okay.
And walk back out. I'm going to go make some friends. I'm going to start going downstairs.
This is a bad idea.
You start. Also, while you were counting, you saw there was a guard posted near the door. There's 2 guards on each end that are kind of walking back and forth, but they didn't really pay any mind to you right now. On that end, you can see a couple of guards are up on the balconies in different areas that are just kind of watching a little bit. But yeah, you start making your way down the stairs. Therio, is there something you'd like to do?
There's nobody in this cell right now,
Not right now.
but they're all built the same. They all have the just the bunk bed to them.
Yeah.
And you said am I on the exact opposite side of them, or am I just a ways down?
You're on the total opposite balcony area.
Okay.
So across from them.
Okay. No, I just sit down and lay in the bed and just wait for time to pass.
You do that, both of you sit in your cells like losers. And Crucio begins walking down the big metal stairs into the big cafeteria. As you begin walking down, As you begin walking down, some of the chattering begins to go a little quieter as they see you. They kind of look at you a little bit, and then they kind of like go back into their cells. As they're kind of like looking over. There's a lot of different people here. It's hard to tell how many people are here, but there's a bunch of different races, different types of people everywhere.
Do I see any Shadar Kai?
Make a perception throw.
Nice.
4.
Okay.
You do. You look in the reflection and
Aw.
you see yourself. No, not at this time. At this time, you don't spot any Shadar Kai. It's hard to see. Like everybody's crowded in this. It's a big cafeteria area, but at the same time, everybody's like crowded in here. Looking around, you do see this generally with that perception. You see what appears to be tables everywhere, and then different areas with different hallways that have a guard posted at them. Almost at each hallway in a bit, there's about 3 hallways. They're kind of bigger. And in this big room, in the cafeteria room, you can kind of see kind of what appears to be a bunch of workout gear, different types of weights, stuff like that. You can kind of see a bigger Goliath woman. You can see kind of pumping iron as she's pumping iron on the bench press. You see a couple people. It's like almost a rec room in this area, but just different types of people everywhere.
Is there there was a cafeteria area, right?
Yeah, you're standing in it.
Oh, is there like tables and stuff?
Yeah. So it's like.
I was listening, but I wasn't like.
I was like, that's the first thing I described was there was tables. I was trying to find a nice way to.
Okay, let me rephrase my question. Are there people like sitting at the tables actively eating? Like, is it like lunchtime or dinner time or?
Not active. Most of them aren't actively eating. You see some people looking around curious if there's food. You can see there is like a stand of what appears to be a place where food is placed. But nobody's working there right now. There's no food right there right now. So apparently nobody's eating. It seems like a time of rest right now. There's people sitting at tables. There's tables all around. Like this is like a big cafeteria area. Just a big rec room with tables. A bunch of people. People are scattered around the room. There's some people there's a cluster of people sitting at tables, and then there's sometimes one person sitting alone at a table, the oddball, people. There's different variations of just everything here.
I'm going to start walking to the more workouty side and just kind of peruse, maybe see like a weight just like laying on the ground no one's using, and just try and like maybe pick it up, maybe just kind of act like I know what I'm doing, like very Crucio style, very.
Make a perception check.
Nat 1.
You do find a weight.
Okay.
It is a weight. You don't know how much this is weighed, but can you you go to pick it up, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can you make a strength check for me?
Oh my god. May I reroll? 12.
You go to You look around confidently. You know, this is Crucio. This Crucio we're talking about. Looking around, you see the
Trivial.
by the Goliath woman. You see give a little wink
Give
to
a
the
little wink
Goliath.
to her as I'm like, I know.
You see the Goliath woman kind of just pumping around, kind of look over at you, seeing the scrawny. She's a lot bigger than you in every aspect. And by the Goliath woman, you see a couple of people, just like loose people, an elven man, and kind of a halfling, kind of just watching her a little bit. And as you're looking over, you try to lift it. And it's not coming up at all.
Crucio is getting very frustrated.
You see the Goliath woman like looking at you, I love it, kind of eyeing you, kind of like frowning as she's still like pumping it back and forth. You keep trying to until you feel a little pop in your shoulder a little bit. You dislocate your shoulder just a tad, and you feel like start hurting a bit.
Can I try and pop it back in?
Yeah, make a medicine check.
I'm gonna break my arm. Okay. 17.
Okay. As it goes back into the socket, you see the Goliath woman kind of like, as she like continues to pump.
I'm gonna like, is it like a barbell where it's like it has the two like circular looking things and a rod in the middle?
Yeah.
I'm gonna try and just like, it's like a one-handed one or a two-handed one?
What?
Is it a one-handed one or like a two-handed?
It's two-handed. She's
Okay.
using it's the big one.
No, the one I'm trying to pick up.
Oh, the one you're trying to pick up? It's
Yeah.
one-handed.
Okay. I'm gonna try and just like roll it closer to her, like with my like foot or something. So like,
You scraping it.
Okay. Make a dexterity throw to see how much you can finesse this.
not one.
You try to roll it, and then your foot gets stuck, and you face plant right there. As you face plant, you hear the elven man and like the halfling kind of give off a little chuckle to themselves.
I'm gonna pop straight up, like trying. Who's laughing?
I'm just trying to like look around, just trying to see if I could see.
While I'm just staring at a wall.
This scaly man, just like
I'm gonna hit the Crucio stand up, like the plant your feet just.
You look around. I mean, you could see them kind of chuckling a little bit at you. The two, the elven man and the halfling man, as they like kind of like just talking to themselves a little bit.
Crucio's like pumping himself up. He's like, come on. Where did I fall? There it is.
So he's like pumping his chest right now.
Can I curse the dumbbell?
What would cursing the dumbbell do in the first place?
It would give me a +2 to damage rolls against it, and I can hit a critical hit on it on a 19 or 20.
A critical hit if you're attacking it.
Yeah.
You want to attack it?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see if you can. I think curses only work on humanoids. I think curses.
He's giving the smolder right now.
I've heard of cursed objects before, so I think I'm right.
What is the spell called?
It's not a spell. It's called the Hexblade's Curse.
Yeah.
I'm also pretty sure it just applies to people, but it would be kind of hype if we could blur some lines there.
There's reasons why we don't blur lines. There's rules. You gain the ability to place a curse on someone. as choose one creature. Now, if this
Animate that thing.
I would like to.
animated.
I want to curse one of the halflings that's like
Okay.
looking at me. I don't know if there's any like visual anything that goes with it.
I mean, you can see the halfling.
No, I mean like I don't know if like they'll know they'll be cursed. Like I don't know if I go like, "Art thou be struck by God" or something like that, or if they like become purple hued or something. Like I don't know if there's UI effects.
What is this?
Do a slide. Do like a sleight of hand.
Because I don't think I've ever figured out. Okay. Non-natural 20.
Okay, yeah. You do it. You do it easily, where it's like consciously in your head, where you're just cursing them. And
Okay.
you don't have to wave your hand at this point or nothing like that. You see him like go back a little bit as he like rubs his head, kind of like it's almost hurting in a way.
I'll start walking over to him and be like, "Do you think you're so much stronger than me? Is that why you're laughing?
What? What? Man, what are you talking about? What are you
Go pick up that dumbbell."
Okay.
This is about to be the most important NPC we've ever come across.
Just one finger.
This halfling is bigger than you. You know, he's smaller, but he is bigger, and you see him he does pick it up, and he lifts it up, and then pushes it back down. with ease, in fact. As he just, like, still, like, kind of rubbing his head. He's like, "I don't really know why you needed me to do that, but, keep working at it," as he, like, taps your your scrawny little chest, kind of pushing you back almost a little bit.
Can I? This is a.
So he goes back to like by the elven man. I keep wanting to say half elven, but the elven man, as he kind of like daps him up a little bit. His homie.
That was my guy.
He chill like that.
In all my looking around, right? Have I seen anyone like casting spells or like doing magic tricks?
Do you want to make another perception? Or
I'd like to.
Okay, make a perception.
16.
You don't see anybody casting spells, doing magic tricks, nothing like that.
How long does that last for?
A minute.
Oh, okay.
So you're about like
About out
30
of it.
seconds. Yeah, you're about done. You got like 30 seconds left.
So if I just ran up and drop kicked him real quick, I don't want to do that. I'm just kidding.
So I say you can't do that.
Just walk up.
I'm sorry.
I'll see you later. I want to wink at the Goliath one more time and just kind of like act all cool and just start walking back up the stairs.
Can we make another dexterity saving throw?
Do I trip on the doorbell again? Nat 1.
I think so.
Where's my dungeon?
As you wink at her, kind of feeling really cool, you try to act very cool, and then you trip on the dumbbell again, falling face.
I'll see you later.
Face first again, making a loud bang onto the stone floor. As the woman with the dumbbell keeps pumping iron.
I'm just gonna lay there.
Lay there defeated.
Crucio is still out of his element. he's gonna kind of just like shuffle himself, like kind of roll himself over, and like get up, like sit cross-legged on his butt, and he's just gonna start meditating and just be left alone. sitting in the middle of the floor.
With the dumbbell?
Yeah. In Crucio's headcanon, he thinks that this dumbbell is just like God among men.
It's evil incarnate.
You gotta pray for him.
He's trying to get whatever he serves to come and just smite it.
Dumbbell just cracks.
As you're meditating, you just continue meditating. Do y'all want to do something? Y'all just laying down still?
No, lay down.
I'll get up and just look around, or I'll go out, like onto the balcony area, and just like propping myself on the bar as I'll just look down.
As
and
you
see
prop
what's going
yourself on the bar, you hear a slap on the ground as you look over to see Crucio laying there as his foot is like stuck on a dumbbell, and then he gets up and goes cross-legged and just starts meditating heavily.
Cool.
So funny.
What are the? How many guards are there?
Make a perception.
Dude's already picking fights with the
I was
guards.
about to say, he's trying to figure out which one he wants to kill first.
His next victim.
He's a method.
Yeah, that's how I do it. 17.
So there's about 2 guards up on. There's 2 guards up near the big door, the big round door, and you see below. There's 3 guards, 1 on each hallway. You see 3 separate hallways that I explained to Crucio earlier. And there's a guard on each one of those hallways just resting on the hallway. Bigger hallways. They're not slim or small. And then you see 2 guards kind of just walking back and forth on the top layer where you guys are. Just back and forth from the cells, just making sure everything's okay. They don't really pay any mind to you whatsoever.
And then what about what's going on? What does the different kind of people look like the prisoners here?
So you can see there's humans, there's humans, there's half orcs, there's elves, tieflings, all different types of people. There's orcs, there's Goliaths, there's goblins, you see some like interesting people. You see dwarves. You see pretty much an array of different races that you can probably find anywhere. It's not just like a certain type of people in these cells. There's all different types of races.
Okay. I'll just keep on watching. See if anything, what everybody's doing or what's going on.
Okay. As you keep watching, Crucio, as you're meditating, you hear footsteps start kind of walk up to you. And then out of the darkness, as you're meditating, you hear you all right there, fella? As you open your eyes, you see a kind of slender for an orc-ish man. He's not half orc, he's full orc, but he's a lot slender than the bulky orcs, people are accustomed to that they usually see. But he's very kind of slender. He has bluish, almost gray skin, and he has his jumpsuit kind of tightly, as he has like one big tusk and then like one tusk that's kind of broken almost a little bit. He doesn't give off a very intimidating impression. It's almost like he has a very kind face for an orc. As he kind of like looks down at you, he says, "Are you all right there, fella?"
I'm fine.
Do you need a hand?
Crucio, being very hesitant, just kind of grabs his hand, but completely stands up on his own, like does not use the help of him at all.
I mean, those weights are a little hard to use, am I right? As he kind of like nudges you a little bit.
When he kind of touches me, I'm just gonna like just take a step back, just like I am. For some of us.
Oh yeah. For some of us. So you're new here, aren't you? You're one of the new cellmates. Well, I would like to introduce myself. My name's Oram, as he gestures out his hand to you. You do a very flimsy, kind of like, not really caring to interpret for the audience members. Not really caring handshake, as he tries to shake your hand, but it's very flimsy. Kind of like doesn't frown, but he's just like, okay. So you get comfortable around here yet?
Are you always this chatty with newcomers?
I try to be. I mean, I want to be a kind face to you people. So, do you need someone to show you around? Show you the place?
I would love that.
All right. Follow me here. I think you already found we have the workout area. Here is what we like to call in the prison the rec room. It's where we all meet up after we're done working. It's also a cafeteria, you know, and we eat here, stuff like that. Down that hall is the mines. That's where most of us work during the day. Looking down the hall, it's a very bigger hall. It's towards basically the door, the big round door that's on the second layer, or on the second level. If you're facing that door, it's on the left hallway. That's where most people work. Different people get assigned different jobs, you know, sometimes. You'll get the hang of it. Some of the guys will like come over and explain it to you. I think I don't really know. Over there, that's where we call the garden. That's where we do a bunch of, gardening. And we plant seeds, plant food, stuff like that. And there, miscellaneous stuff. He points to the back hallway. That's where the library is, and like some common rooms, some other rooms, just like to chill out just a little bit. It's a little cold feeling at the beginning, but you'll warm up to it, don't worry. What's your name? I didn't even get it.
I am cellmate number 44.
Okay. What's your real name?
Call me Elijah.
Okay, Elijah. Well, it's nice to make your acquaintance. So, what are you in for?
Having the best time of my life.
Oh, don't we all? As he kind of like taps your back a little bit.
Don't touch me. What are you in for?
Oh, well, let's just say I'm in for having less of a good time. So, yeah, do you want to go sit down for a while? as he kind of leads you, you see all of this, Theria, as Elijah gets led by this orcish man to a table. As they both sit down, you kind of see a couple of the people start eyeing. A couple of the other people start eyeing them too, as they sit down, especially Crucio. See them looking heavily at Crucio, just checking him out. And as you two sit down, we're going to take a quick break, but this one is going to be quick because some food just got here for us. So we're just going to take a very quick break again. Sorry, guys. All right, and we are back to TPK's Unfortunate Sons. All right. You were just brought over to a table with Orem, the orc. This table's pretty long. There's some people at the very end of the table, but you guys are at the other end of the table. You see this. Did you say you were doing something at the very end?
I was just looking down and watching people go around.
You see this. You're still sitting in your room, Reginald, but Theria, you see this. You see him sit down with Orem, and yeah.
Okay. Sounds good.
Another victim.
Another hand touches.
A new hand touches the beacon.
As you sit down with Orem, you hear him kind of plop down. So, you're here with, like, other people, right? I saw 3 of you up there.
Yes, they are my lackey, for lack of a better term.
Oh, you're lucky. What, you're like in a group with them?
You could say.
Do y'all have a name?
Of course. We're the, stupid name. The Unfortunate Sons.
Oh, I'll get it, because you're, like, in prison. So it's, like, unfortunate.
Quite.
Yeah, that's a cool name. That goes with your name.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I had a group, too. That kind of got me, thrown in prison as well.
What was y'all's name?
Well, I wasn't really, like, I was part of it, but I wasn't a part of it. I was like doing a job for them. They were the Rats. You heard of them?
I have not.
Well, we had this one job, and let me just tell you, and then all of a sudden, you see a sharp knife, fork, slam into the middle of the table. As Orem looks up, you see this scaly lizard woman. She's very green, she's very scaly, bigger build, a lot bigger than Orem and you. As she looks over angrily at Orem, she says, "Keep the rats out of your mouth." She, walks away angrily. As Orem kind of, looks just, off in a place. Oh, okay.
So not so friendly people.
No, not so friendly people at all. That, slimy snake right there is Vicky. V. Also known as Vicious Fangs. But, she used to be the right to the rats. So, but she's got like a bite to her.
Because she's a snake.
No, she's a lizard.
Same
A
thing.
lizard folk.
Same thing. I don't see race.
But we were kind of on the same job. But she doesn't really want me to talk about it, so I'm not going to talk about it. And she's kind of like my best friend here, so I'm not going to talk about it at all.
Understandable. The only reason I'm here is because one of my lackeys thought it'd be funny to surprise me with a little gift of some dead guards.
Some dead guard? Huh. Oh yeah, that'll do it. That'll do it. Yeah. Yeah. We thought that's what it was. Saying the chaos going on outside. What we were hearing from other guards. We pretty much assumed that, but I don't make assumptions about incoming cellmates and all that. How'd they
Wasn't my
die?
fault, so it doesn't matter. What?
How'd they die?
Stabbing?
Yeah, makes sense.
Pretty quick. Pretty efficient.
Oh, so all three of you did it?
No, it's just him.
Who?
The one of my lackeys.
Which lackey?
Slave, prisoner.
Slave?
My bad.
You have a slave?
No.
I mean, I'm not judging, but that's pretty judgmental.
My bad. His name is Slave 42. My bad. Prisoner.
Slave?
He's calling a slave, actually, bro.
Prisoner 42.
42?
Yes.
What's you don't have to keep using our
His
numbers here.
name is Therio.
You don't have to whisper his name.
His name's Therio.
There you are. Write it down. Okay, there he is. So, but you.
And I heard he really, really likes new people. So you should go say hi.
Oh, okay.
Go break the other two in.
I mean, the murderer? Go break in the murderer?
Oh, you can go talk to the other one.
Who's the other one?
His name's Reginald. He's probably asleep. He's up there.
Oh, okay. I mean, I can if
I
you
think you
want me
should.
to.
Yeah, I do.
Really?
Yeah, I really do.
Okay. Well, I don't know. I'm very busy right now.
Okay, busy doing what?
I don't know. Where are they?
I'm gonna point to Reginald's cell and be like, "He's that one."
Okay.
And the bad boy is somewhere on that side.
Okay. I guess I'll go talk to Reginald. You want to come with me?
No.
You sure this is okay?
Yo, it's great.
Okay. She starts walking away.
Crucio just face plants into his. He hates everything that's going on.
As Crucio lays his head on the table, the orcish man, you start hearing footsteps up to your room, Reginald, and then you hear
Reginald's asleep.
hello, Mr. Reginald. Oh, sorry. I'll leave you to it. As he walks out of the room and comes back. Yeah, your friend was kind of asleep up there. I didn't want to bother him, so
He tends to do that.
well, yeah. I mean, a lot of people tend to sleep, but I was just letting you know why I'm back so quick. You sure you want me to talk to him?
Yeah, he's a really, really nice guy.
Okay. Be right back.
Have fun.
As he starts walking away again, makes his way up the stairs, and you can kind of see him walking towards you.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, Mr. Therio, is that your name?
Yeah. Who told?
Oh, your little friend
yeah.
down there. As he points down to him as Crucio starts waving upwards to you.
Yeah, I know. I saw you.
Crucio said, Elijah said, Cameron forgot which names Elijah gave. Elijah said, you need a little breaking into like the prison, so I wanted to help you a little bit. It can be a little confusing over here, but so he taps your back pretty hard. So we got the hallways. That one goes into the garden. That one goes into the library. That one beneath us goes into the mines where most of us work. This is the cafeteria. The rec room, those doors we can't leave because the mages are keeping us locked in here. There's guards over there.
Okay. Yeah. What did you say your name was?
Oh, my name's Aurum. Nice to meet you. As he reaches out his hand.
Thank you. I appreciate it, but I don't need to know what's going on here. I'm just gonna be here for a little bit. Also, when you go back down, the person you were talking to is a bit of a liar. His name isn't Elijah. His name is Crucio. So, there's that. But he's not great at telling the truth. Yeah, no, I don't need your help. But thank you for telling me everything that's going on around here. Do you need something, or are you just looking to be a nuisance?
No, I don't need anything. I just leave you to it.
Crucio's in the back, just giving like thumbs up to Thorm. Aurum.
As you say that, he kind of like walks away, strutting back down the stairs. That guy up there is not a nice fella.
Oh, he is, I promise. He just got into some bad decision.
Well, that happens, and then all of a sudden, oh, oui. Who is this that we have here at our table? As you look behind your shoulder, you see a very interesting looking goblin man. As you see a very interesting looking goblin man kind of strutting over to you. It's a goblin. Has his hair kind of in like a bun. You know, he's very... I mean, he looks like a goblin. Acts like a goblin. As he comes up to the table...
No, he's been to the closet.
He says, oh, who is this we have here with us? Francesco, this is our friend, Elijah? Right? Okay, well, he says his name's Elijah. But it is our friend Elijah here, and he is... oh! I have not seen one of your and then you see Orm kind of like do like
speak bluntly.
Stance. I have not seen someone so physically capable as you. Yes. As he goes and like sits by Orm and kind of like eyes him a little bit, saying that.
Did I see Orm like?
Make a perception.
12.
Yes, you did see Worm do that.
No, don't try and cover it. No, for real. I'd say I'm a very gentle soul. I would love to. I would love to know what it is you were gonna say.
Well, I was going to say I have not seen someone with your I don't know what I was trying to say, if I'm honest. I think I should drop the topic in general.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay, well, if you remember it, let me know.
Okay. Make an intimidation check.
That's a 17.
Okay. You kind of see him start sulking a little bit. Crucio, Elijah.
What'd you just call?
I'm sorry. Your friend up there, he said your name was Crucio.
Right.
Is that your name, or is your name? What would you prefer me to call you, Crucio or Elijah?
I'd rather you call me Elijah. It's gonna save a lot of problems when things get a little funky.
Okay.
When me and him met, I referred to myself as Crucio, so he just has it locked in.
Oh, okay.
Clearly.
Okay. This is a little bit awkward. What are we doing here? Shut up. So, Elijah, this is Francesco. He's been here as much as the time as me. He is a master of disguise. If you ever need somebody to dress you up for like a party or something, he is your man. And then Francesco goes, "Oh, no, don't flatter me that much."
Are there any other like goblins here that I've seen?
Make a perception throw.
7.
Not at this moment, no. This is the first goblin you've probably seen.
You know, Francisco, was it? Francesco?
Is Francisco?
Thank you!
Listen.
Sorry, it's very dusty in here.
I've not seen many of your kind around.
Oh, you mean the goblins. There is a couple around in here, but they are not here right now. I cannot spot. Where is Hillary? Hillary! Hillary! I don't know. She is somewhere around here, but I do not know where she is.
Okay. Very cool. Alright, well, it's been lovely chatting with you two. I'm gonna go get ready for janitorial duty. So if y'all wouldn't mind, I'm gonna go.
Okay, that's good with you. Hey, if you ever need anything, you can always come to your friends Orem and Francesco over here. So.
I won't. Alright, cool.
Okay. As you begin walking away.
As I see Furio on the stairs, upstairs, like coming up on the balcony. You couldn't have just distracted them for 30 seconds.
Distract him with what?
Anything. Just stop this insufferable nuisance of a noise breathing down.
Maybe you could stop it and leave.
If I stop them, they'll never be speaking again.
I'm not talking about them, I'm talking about you.
What?
Why don't you just go to sleep and let the other guy come out?
We've been over this way too many times. Doesn't just work like that. I mean, it can, but I'm not letting it work like that.
Then stop complaining. You have an option to go. But we're stuck here. So get comfortable. And then I go into my room and just sit on the thing. Or sit on the bed.
I'm gonna run into Reginald's room. His insufferable insignificance, I should kill him where he stands! Every moment that we're sitting here is another moment I can have my sword draped across his pretty furry little murderous neck.
I don't think we should be shouting that out loud, considering, I don't know, what, in prison?
Enjoy a nap.
Oh, quite lovely, actually. Oh. Soaking you down. What's wrong?
I'm just upset, okay?
It's like a married couple. It's so funny.
Oh, my bad. I can't take it anymore. I've got to kill something, and fast. And I've got a very flamboyant goblin downstairs, and an orc with about as many brain cells as the beast.
Okay, hold on. You want to kill something. Am I understanding that correctly?
I need to get some pressure out. I gotta do something. I'm gonna go crazy. The next person that I see is liable to get a sword stuck through their throats.
How do you think that will end?
With me calmer.
Okay, so you'll be calmer, but what else?
And us leaving here in a few days and they're prisoners so nobody cares, right?
You might be calmer, but then there's another body on your hands. A dead body in this prison. And you... At this point, we've already been given a life sentence. So you probably... I don't know... gallows. Do you want to die?
Reginald, may I ask you a question?
Shoot.
Do you fear death?
Do I fear death? No, I don't know. That's a very philosophical question. What? Why?
Would you like to?
Okay, bud. Yeah, sure. You go get some rest and cool off. What do we? Was there something? What was we doing? Like the janitorial? Did I understand that right?
No idea. I'm just gonna sit crisscross applesauce in his cell with Reginald. I'm gonna start meditating again because it's quiet in here. I don't know who you are or why you put me in this freaking planet, but I want to kill myself. That's his meditation speech, his internal dialogue, if you will.
With some time passes by. You hear a ring, ring, ring go out. You start hearing people go, ugh, as they all start making their way, walking. Then 2 guards come to your cell. One guard comes to your cell. Time for janitorial duty. You two, come with me.
Imagine gets up with a stretch. Kind of keeps walking.
Another guard comes up to your. A different guard comes up to yours, knocks on you, says the same exact thing. As you three get up, the two guards begin leading you down the stairs into the cafeteria and into the back area where, not the back area. They begin leading you down the long middle hallway. As you go past the hallway, you past what appears to be a big door with what appears to have the label library on it, common. You pass a couple rooms, one empty room, and then you pass by another room. You don't pass by it, you go into this other room, and it has a bunch of clothes, a bunch of the purple striped clothes, different wardrobe, all that kind of piled in a bunch, dirty clothes. And then it has a bunch of buckets of water with mops and stuff like that, and other cleaning supplies. All right, two of you get sweeping and mopping and cleaning out there, and one of you starts with the laundry. Got that?
Gives a thumbs up and starts
Sweeping.
All right, now get to work. Go.
Reginald's gonna go to laundry.
Elijah Crucio is going to do the most aggressive, fastest freaking sweeping. He's grunting really hard, screaming, trying to just get all of his anger out, just all his stabby energy. He's just trying to just get it all out here.
Make a do dexterity.
15.
You are able to get all that frustration, do it well, and you sweep well too.
Do I snap any?
You feel the branch, or you feel the wood start snapping a little bit, but not enough. Where it's like you break it in half. You just continue to angrily keep sweeping, keep cleaning. You clean pretty well too, which is crazy. When Crucio gets angry, he cleans pretty nice. But yeah, you're able to sweep up everything pretty nice and well.
It's this coping mechanism.
It's a coping mechanism.
I was actually a janitor in the before life.
And then I'm just the other thing he said was
Mopping.
Yeah, you saw mop.
Okay.
Just coming as he's aggressively going behind him where he's swept. I just
Do a performance for me.
me.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll do Biggie.
And then you also do performance to see how well you do doing in the laundry.
Okay. Not doing too great. I'm taking my time. That's a 4.
6.
You take a long time to sweep. You keep spilling the bucket. You keep having to get a new bucket of water, get new soap, all that stuff. It's like a constant annoying process where the floor is just completely soaked. Completely soaked.
That's how you do it.
It's not that well. You
Ball.
couple of the you start doing the laundry, start putting stuff in, and then halfway through there's a big bin basically with soaps and that you stir around basically to wash them all together, and the clothes and everything, where you pour the cleaning supplies and you stirring. You were half paying attention a little bit, and you threw a lot of the tank tops in there. And so when you pull them out, you see a bunch of purple-ish now tank tops. As you start hanging those tank tops up and like pinning them up. And you start pinning up the different clothes onto the wire. You didn't wash them that well.
Yes.
Is this prison simulator exhilarating for you
Yeah,
guys?
this is our Vinland Saga.
That's wild.
That's what?
That's wild.
Is there anyone around me?
No.
She's just gonna.
There's no guards at this moment. Not where you're standing. Not in the room you're in.
No one around me. I'll check.
No, there's nobody around you.
Oh shoot!
Oh. I'm gonna prestidigitation.
Okay. Does it change the color back?
It cleans it. I'm cleaning the object again since I didn't wash them very well.
Okay, do an arcane to see how well. Throw an arcane check to see how well you can do that to change the color back.
Attaboy.
18.
Nice. Yeah, you're able to change all the colors back pretty well. Going from shirt to shirt, or tank top to tank top, it takes a long process, but you are able to finally finish them out. You all three are pretty tired. It's been a couple hours of work, a couple hours of cleaning, a couple hours of doing stuff. And then you hear another ring, ring, ring. Dinner time! As you hear one of the guards yell that. One of the guards, the same guard that brought you in there, comes and gets you three. And basically it's like, your job's done here. Let me just tell you, tomorrow's not going to be as easy. Go eat. As you three, kind of worn out a little bit, tired. You've been worked for the last hours. Right outside. Reggie. As everybody's walking into the big cafeteria once more, you kind of hear the people chattering, people talking again, and you hear "Whoa!" as you see somebody slip on the ground, and a splash of water goes in the air as they kind of slide around. Who mopped these floors? As you all begin.
That's so funny.
You fart bag! I hate you! As you all kind of follow, I assume you all follow into the line of where dinner is. This big line of people all lined up, it goes from turn to turn to turn until you finally get to your turn. Each one of you get a wooden tray. And then you get a plate, like a wooden bowl, basically. And they put some sort of slop in it, a piece of bread, and you get this kind of get some silverware, and you get this thing of water, basically a wooden cup of water, basically. And you also get an apple or banana, whichever one you want.
Ooh, see, now that's a tough question.
No, it's not.
This is lower implications.
Banana or what?
Banana or apple?
Apple.
Ooh. Which one? Reginald's going to take the apple.
Crucio's gonna take an apple.
I will take an apple.
Gotta have some distinction of texture. That's great.
All right, you all get your food. What y'all do?
Eat it.
You just gonna stand and eat?
Yeah, no, I'll find a.
I'll find a table.
I find
Yeah.
the emptiest table there is.
I'm just following them.
You find an empty table.
You gotta choke. What?
What is that?
You gotta
Plastic?
choke on that.
Did you get that off of your good pen?
No.
Are you eating the pen?
No. Guys,
What
come
are you
on.
eating? Oh, did you get the?
He's got
the
a bottle
lid
cap
of the
on his
water
mouth.
That's
Like,
not
that's
any
so
better.
much better.
That's not any better.
I'm teething.
You're teething.
That's funny.
Smash satisfying.
So, you find the emptiest table possible, and you sit basically at the end. You notice at the other side of the table, at the very end of the table, you sit on the opposite sides towards the empty, but on the other side, you notice specifically the lizard person still sitting there eating her food. She has a couple people around her. Sitting with her, but you see her like kind of eye you specifically and kind of go back to eating her food. You two see this as well. But
You got a lady friend?
Viacious Fangs. I do believe was her name.
Viacious?
Vicious.
Oh. Oh.
I thought that was a part of the character.
Ravine.
I was gonna let you go with viacious fangs.
I don't even know what viacious means, but it don't sound good. Is that your
Her
friend?
name is V. I wouldn't say we're friends. More of, according to Otum, Orum, whatever. She's his best friend. Went on some mission for some gang called the Rats or whatever.
Cool. I'm glad you're making friends with people. Or at least talking.
She threw a fork at me.
That would explain the murderous habits.
Who?
Who do you think?
Oh. Are you okay? You seem tired.
I mean, I did just get done with activity.
Oh, that's right.
Just activity.
Is all you do sleep? Was that your job in Kowloon?
Well, you know, I sleep, I eat too, I breathe. That's important things for me. And, I don't know. I, help heal the wounds that people in this world like yourself create.
Uh-huh.
I didn't create the disease, maybe. Tastes like slop.
You're eating your spoon.
Tastes like slop.
Well, it did just have slop in it, so you gotta take it out and then get more.
You should have just chewed all of the enemy.
It's like there's no more taste, there's no flavor.
Crucio does not know what eating is. Did y'all make any friends?
No.
Other than the idiot that you brought over to me.
Great way to put it.
Did he not come see you?
Oh, we need to make that happen.
I saw him go over to you.
Orum!
I saw him go over to your thing.
You see,
God's help us.
as you say Orum, you see a head pop up out of the crowd, kind of like and turning around, seeing you. He waves.
My friend wants to meet you!
That's not what I said.
As he goes down, he grabs his tray, And he begins giddily walking over
This guy's
as
Getting
Francesco follows him.
no.
I'm so excited.
And another person also follows him. You see appears to be like a scraggly gnomish man who's kind of hunched over, having his food, eating it, like trying to like eat it all in one go. Walking over with them too. Hello, how we doing over here? As he slams his food down next to you, Reginald. Who do you want me to meet?
Sleepyhead.
Oh yeah. Oh, my name is Orum. Nice to meet you. As he shakes your hand. He shakes it pretty well. This is Francesco. Is it so lovely to meet you? The Goblin Man, and then he points to the Gnomish Man, who slams his food right next to you, Crucio. As he sits down next to you, he starts like eating it, like licking the spoon with every bite. As he says, and I believe you, Elijah, haven't met my friend here. This is we just call him Scrag. As he starts like chuckling maniacally to himself as he's eating the spoon.
You said gnome?
Yeah, scraggly gnome. He has very frizzed hair, like almost Einstein frizzed hair.
A scraggly gnome named Scrag.
Yeah. I'm so creative, guys. I'm the most creative person you'll ever meet. As he kind of like, is it kind of... As he starts licking his spoon again.
Oh. I'm looking at him and I'm just sort of chewing on my spoon as well.
She starts like biting it back. He gets in his bowl. As he bites off the spoon.
I take the spoon that he bit off, put it on my mouth, spit it out as well. I stick up my hand for a handshake.
He spits in his hand, and then he shakes it.
Okay.
As he shakes your hand, you feel him like jittering a lot. And he goes back into his bowl and he starts like eating it with his face.
I like him. He's funny.
Yeah. He's interesting. So your friend Elijah was telling me all about
Crucio.
Elijah will do.
Elijah was telling me all about you guys and how you go into prison and everything, and it was very unfortunate.
How much did you tell?
Oh.
What all did you tell them?
That we're in a unfortunate situation.
Oh, I see what you did there.
Oh, slit his throat.
What?
Or what's it?
Oh yeah.
I don't know what my compatriot has told you, but I can assure you that at least a couple of us were very wrongly accused.
Oh yeah. We all were. Don't worry.
Okay. I just start eating.
So, Orem, I know it's secret business and all.
You hear that?
That one's blowing.
I know.
But, not sweet. Can you tell us a little bit more about the rats?
Gotta keep it quiet, though.
No, I know.
So, these rodents, as we'll call them right now, you never heard of them? How long have you three been in town?
A week.
A few.
A week? And you're already in prison? This is so funny. As the goblin man is like waving his hand almost a little bit. These rodents, they're a gang. You see, in town there's multiple gangs that are somewhat known of, but these rodents are the most well-known gang in Strawberry. The only thing is, they burrow on the ground, so very secretive. But yeah, I was doing a job for them, and it kind of went south a little bit.
How so?
Well, he screwed up their job, is how, is what the goblin says.
So, the two of you and Lizard Face, y'all were compatriots?
Are you pointing to the goblin and him?
Mm-hmm.
Us two? No. We are met in prison. That is how we got here. Me and Scrag have been here probably. This is our second sentence into this prison. We get into a lot of mischief just a little bit. Scrag is still like, he's finished his food and now he's biting the bowl. As he's like chomping into the bowl. We are met our friend Orm here when he came to prison a couple months ago or a year ago. I don't really know. It's been a while. It's hard to keep track of time down here. But yeah, see, me and my brother, we came into town a little while ago, and I needed money. My brother, he was making money just fine, but I wanted to make money myself, make a living for myself, and I only had a certain set of skills. Yeah, he's an orc. I only have a certain set of skills, and I was founded by these rodents for a job, and let's just say I screwed up a little bit. It got me in, V in prison. So she's not too happy with me.
And what happened to your brother?
Oh, my brother's fine. He's still living in Strawberry. Every once in a while, he has a chance to visit me once a year. Actually, I think she's only visited me once. I'm not sure. But he have you been around in Strawberry?
Slightly.
You ever met an orc called Tuckluck?
No.
Actually, I think we have.
Yeah, he owns that shop called Me Arms.
We have.
Well, look at that.
He kicked me out of his store.
That doesn't sound like my brother.
He kicked me out because of the color of my skin. It's fine. I'm just messing around.
That doesn't sound like my brother at all. sounds interesting. But Talklock is welcoming to everybody. Well, he was. But he owns that store. He still lives here. He visits me every once in a while. But yeah, I came in and we came up from the north. We were living like in the desert lands up in the north for a little while, and we had to make our way for our own personal reasons all the way down here. So,
What were you doing up north?
that's where I was born.
And what were you? You said personal reasons for being in Strawberry.
Yeah. Okay. Well.
Is magic allowed in the walls?
Oh. Nobody's told you. Absolutely not. Why? At least not if they can see you using it. Well, why? Because we're in a prison, that's why. They don't want you using no magic here. And if you do use magic, you usually get sent to the box. You do not want to go to the box.
Have you been sent to the box?
I've been sent to the box once for a day. I don't want to go back there.
And what is this box?
It is how do you say, an isolation chamber. They put you in a stone room with a steel door, and you are not allowed out for a time.
And how do I get in?
You cause a ruckus. I don't know. Disobey the warden.
Oh, cool. I'm gonna punch Orem square in the face.
Okay. Okay.
Thought to roll a hit,
Yeah.
but it was a nat 20, so I hope it did.
Okay.
Oh my god.
And it's a D6, right? For a punch.
It's 1 plus your strength.
Oh, 1. But it was crit, so it's
2.
2 plus my strength. Which is 3.
There's 3 damage.
3 damage.
Okay. As you knock him square in the face, he reels back, kind of like loses his balance on his chair.
Oh. Oh my god! Oh, I'm so sorry.
Oh!
I'm so sorry. My.
As he's holding his nose, why'd you do that?
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to. Here. So, and I'm gonna like grab his hand and make sure he's okay and do it again.
Okay.
16 to hit. 3 as well. 3 damage again.
As you do that, you pound him again as it goes straight into his eye, kind of poking. You hear him let out. "Ah!"
I'm so sorry. I don't know what's going on. It's kind of bad, isn't it? I'm so sorry.
You start hearing a roar of people looking around and looking at you. Kind of antsy a little bit. They're kind of like, what's going on? So, hey, what are you doing? Stop it! As the goblin man starts getting up and trying to run over to you.
I'm so sorry.
As the Orem is kind of backing away, and he's like, "Stop! What? I don't know what you're doing right now."
As this is happening, Reginald just stands up, grabs his food and is gonna go to another table.
Okay. You make your way to a calmer table
That's funny.
with what appears to be a drowish man just sitting there. As you get, and the drowish man's unfazed by this as well. As you two are just start sitting there eating again.
I would like to get up and jump over the table. Was he sitting beside me or across from me?
Across from you.
I'd like to get up and jump over the table and like, I'm so sorry. I don't know what's happening. I'm so sorry.
Make a
Warden, help!
make a dexterity saving throw, or dexterity throw, acrobatics. See if how well you can jump over the table.
Face plants again.
Not this time. 17.
17.
Maybe nice.
Okay, you jump over. You can throw one more punch.
Does a 10 hit?
No, it doesn't. And as you miss, as you jump over, you try to land one. He kind of dodges out of the way, and as you miss, your fist almost hits the ground, but you're able to catch it just in time.
Bro's trying to hit the H-bomb.
As he's still like crawling away, you proceeding to try and follow him, you feel a grab on your shoulder as a reptilian arm pulls you away and reels back and punches you straight in the face, or tries to at least. That is a 15.
Oh, I don't have any of my stuff on, right?
No, you don't.
So yeah, that's gonna hit. Because it's plus your dex, right?
10
Yeah,
plus
that's right.
dex.
Okay, yeah, no, that hits.
Okay. As she hits you straight in the face, you take 7 points of damage. As her scaly fist hits yours, and now roll for initiative for me.
This is crazy.
And I'm just right here, still on the table. Just
As she hits you straight in the face, you hear.
Got a nat 20 on initiative.
nice.
Doesn't help me any, but
She also got a nat 20 on initiative. What's your dexterity?
16 plus 3.
So it's plus 3.
Yes.
Okay, re-roll for me.
I got a 17. Oh, also, I didn't add my initiative bonus. My initiative was going to be 23 when everything was said and done.
Don't know if that.
That's fine. Her initiative was the same exact.
Oh, cool.
So what is it right now?
Now it's a non-natural 20.
Okay. All right. As she reels back and hits you, you see her her mouth clench open as she gnaws right into your arm.
Hi, he's got natural weapons.
Oh my word.
She's going crazy. You see that?
That's not even raining.
That's a 15 to hit.
That's going to hit.
Okay.
It does.
Better do something.
That's 9
Yeah,
damage.
15 hits.
Oh, I thought you said it doesn't hit.
That's 9 damage. She bites straight into your arm. You feel the blood trickling out. It's now your turn. As people are now crowding around you, watching this happen, you hear some people say, "Yeah, get him!" As you Therio, see the Goblin Man start grabbing Orem and start pulling him away from the fight that's happening.
He's fine. Or Crucio's just fine the lizard woman?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's your turn.
Oh god.
you're gonna see Crucio. My bad. Crucio. Throws his hand to the side, and this like purple portal comes up to his shoulder, and as it leaves, he has Crucio in his hand.
Oh gosh.
And he's gonna use his Blessing of the Raven Queen to get on the other side, like behind Lizard Lady.
Okay.
Once I see him pull out his sword, that's when I get up and I try to. I'm not like panicking to get to him, but I try to push my way through the people, trying to. All right, gotta break this up now.
Make it. Ow! Oh! I just pulled something. Make a
Cramp?
roll for initiative.
Okay.
See where you are. You're able to get up, but
It's just 12.
okay. Yeah. All right, and that's the end of your turn.
Yeah.
It's teleporting behind her. She kind of like looks like around, and she notices you are behind her, but you're right behind her. Zach, Therio, it's your turn. You wanted to push through the crowd?
Yeah, I'm just trying to push through
Okay.
the crowd in an effort to get to Crucio.
Make a dexterity throw to see how well you can push through.
Could I do a strength to
Yes,
try
you can
and
do a strength.
Okay. Just try to push him.
Push people out of the way.
Dang. I'm not trying too hard. That's a 5.
Okay. People are pushing you instead. They're trying to watch. They're trying to watch,
Yeah.
trying to get in. You see upstairs the prison people are kind of getting attention right now, but they haven't really, run to help yet. They're just eyeing it right now. The people by the hallways are. Can you not read this? The people by the hallways are kind of watching more intently, trying to prepare for anything that happens. But the crowd of jail people is blocking them.
I would hate to get sent to the box. Screaming.
As you say that, as you start screaming that, you see another reel back as V reels you straight up the face. No, she doesn't. As she pulls back, as she tries to hit you straight up the face, you dodge out of the way. She does a. Does 11 hit?
It's a miss.
As she reels up, and then you dodge, she tries to punch again. You're behind her, so she's very disorientated as she's spinning around. Sorry, wait 1 second. Sorry. As she angrily is gritting her teeth, she reels back her mouth and tries to chaw you straight in the shoulder.
3 attacks is wild.
A 15.
That hits.
She bites you in the shoulder. That is 5 damage. As it sinks straight into you, blood spilling out onto your tank top right now. As she reels her mouth. Zach, Therio, it's your turn.
Okay. Just try to push through again.
Roll strength.
Ah, I can't get it. It's a 5 again.
Okay. You're still being pushed away from it all. You're desperately trying to push through to stop the fight, but it's not happening. You and the dwarvish man still just calmly eating your food.
How far away is he?
I mean, he's about 15, 20 feet away from you.
Look around me. Are there any guards around me?
Yes. Not close by.
But they're on the way to the thing.
Somewhat. They're looking. They're trying to see what's happening, but
They're
haven't
they're
moved.
just watching the show more than just as much as we are.
Real. Okay, I don't do nothing yet.
Okay, Elijah, it's your turn.
I'm just gonna take a swing at her. At Blizzard Lady. Does a 14 hit?
Misses.
Okay. Well then I will curse her with my Hexblade's curse.
Did you already used your Hexblades? How many
It
Hexblades?
doesn't have a limit to how much I can use it.
You sure?
It just is used as a bonus action.
It might be proficiency bonus. Actually, no, it's Xanathar, so it'll be 2 times.
You can't use
short or
this.
long.
You can't use this feature until you finish a short or long rest.
Oh, my bad. Never mind then.
You're good. Just yeah.
Oh, it's the higher level stuff that I can do that. I'm just kidding. My bad. That makes sense.
But you took a swing at her, then you tried, but you couldn't Hexblade. Is there anything else you'd like to do for your bonus action?
No, that's all I can do.
Okay. As she like dodges, she now notices the blade in your hand. She dodges out of the way. You hear a coming out of her big tongue. You hear some of the prison people go, "He's got a weapon!" As the guards like intently start looking, you notice this, Reginald, as they start like looking at what's going on.
So they haven't ran past me yet?
Not yet. Theoria, it's your turn. Did I skip somebody?
I don't think so. There's only him,
Yeah.
the
Just the-
snake, and just the 3 of y'all. 6.
You're still unable to push through the crowd. They're pushing you back.
Maybe
You
it's
get
the trash.
slammed. You actually get slammed into the bench, pushing the bench back a little bit. As the fight is still going on. You see the V start reeling back again for another set of blows. Does a 16 hit?
Yes.
So that's 8. So that's 8. Can you roll a strength saving throw?
18.
18. Okay. So you take 12 points of damage.
I'm knocked out.
As she reels you straight in the gut, punching you straight. Almost hear your bones crack on the inside as you fall straight unconscious. Does your blade go away if you go unconscious?
Don't know. But I know it's 15 feet.
I feel like if
I
you're,
know-
not, if
I-
you're not wielding it,
I know it is 15 feet. It goes away. What is that feature called? What is it called?
What do you mean? Oh, Pact of the Blade.
Pack of the blade. Pack boom. Pack of the blade. You can use your action that you choose the form.
I have Pact of the Blade and Improved Pact Weapon.
What does improved pack weapon do?
Improved Pact Weapon, if I can find it. You can use any weapon you summon with your Pact of the Blade feature as a spellcasting focus. It gets a +1 to attack and damage rolls. And it can be a short bow, long bow, light crossbow, or a crossbow.
But it doesn't say you.
I'm trying to find the Pact of the Blade thing.
I see the pack of the blade. It says it disappears if you die.
Okay.
Now you're just going unconscious. She wasn't intending to kill you in this moment. But you do go unconscious. The blade. You, Therio, see as Elijah or Crucio goes down, and you hear a clapping of his blade next to him. You also hear this as the crowd starts cheering, "Yeah, yeah!" As you see, what's her name? V start raising her hands and hissing in the air. You see guards coming over, and
Much help they were.
you see the guards coming over now to try and see what's happening after the uproar of like there's a weapon, there's a weapon, there's a weapon. At the notion of like the guards coming over, the crowd kind of scurries away. They kind of like move out of my way now.
Does someone trip on my sword and push it 50 feet away?
That's crazy.
Are they dispersing now?
Yeah, they're dispersing.
Before the guards get to Crucio, I want to go over, like try and like, as they're like clearing up, kind of make my way over to them, and I want to try and grab the sword.
Okay. And do what?
Why? I mean, I'm just able to do that quickly enough.
Explain everything you're doing.
I'm trying to go over to Crucio's body, and I'm trying to grab the sword
And do what?
and toss it away.
Okay.
But I mean, yeah.
Make a sleight of hand.
I don't know, it's pretty heavy.
10. That's crazy. It's
10. Make a dexterity saving throw. Or not a saving throw, dexterity. Make a strength throw, sorry. Strength or dexterity, whichever you prefer.
Say natural 20.
Okay. You're able to throw. You're able to throw the weapon pretty far away. Slide it away. I assume you slid it.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of just like go over to it and.
Hey! I saw that! What was that you was just sliding away?
There's a blade on the ground.
It was a blade on the ground. Well, go pick it up. Bring it back now. As one of the guards, another guard walks over with a sword pointed at you, like poking you.
Alright, hey! Calm down. No, I'll go over to it.
How far did you throw it?
I mean, I just kind of... I slid it as far as I could, but...
Threw it pretty far. So the packed weapon disappears if it's 5 feet away from you for 1 minute or more.
No, so it just...
Well,
It just like...
it's just hanging out
It just
over there.
despawns.
Yeah.
Okay, then, no, it's not. It's still there.
Yeah.
But you did throw it pretty far away. He starts poking you, telling you to show him where the blade is.
It's just right there. You can see it.
Go pick it up.
You want me to pick it up?
Yes. As he's pointing the sword at you.
Okay.
Yeah,
I didn't.
He's got a weapon.
He's got a weapon. Fine. I'll walk around, pick up the blade, and
as you gesture it to them, you're about to hand it to them. Mm-hmm. The blade disappears completely out of your hand. What was that?
I don't know. It wasn't mine.
What did you do?
It literally wasn't mine. You saw him down there. You watched him.
Make persuasion.
It's not persuasion. That's what they saw.
It's the truth.
It's the truth.
You gotta persuade them.
8.
No use of magic here. Take him up to the warden. As he starts
baloney.
Grabbing your back.
So stupid.
Grabbing your back.
Hey! He used stuff.
As you're pointing at the unconscious body that they're dragging.
No, I'm pointing to him.
Yeah, whatever. Keep it moving as they're pushing you up to the place. You start seeing Elijah. Crucio just goes unconscious every chance.
I am finding new ways to avoid everything that is happening.
Just don't do anything.
It's his way. He can be in silence and communicate with his mysterious patron. He has no idea about.
As he's like unconscious, he's like being dragged out. You, Therio, see Vi have her hands up and having a little bit of blood running down her nose.
Yeah.
Just
you did. Yes, sir.
You're unconscious right now.
And as the guards start pushing her away, you pass by what appears to be Orem, kind of like covering his nose with the bleeding of his nose, and like Scrag and Francesco like crowding him, kind of like looking over at you two, as what's her name? Does a at them basically, like she pulls out her tongue and just hits
At Orem?
At all three of them. As you three are brought up to the stairs, down a long hallway.
Me, V, and Crucio?
Crucio, unconscious Crucio. You, Reginald.
Delectable little meal. Delectable.
You, as you're eating, you see everything that happened as they all make their way up to the upper areas. That was a wonderful show, wasn't it? As the Drowish man, you look over to see his very long, kind of almost wavy white hair. Mm-hmm. Pretty medium build. You see as his jumpsuit is halfway unbuttoned, and he has a tank top, or you see the tank top underneath. He's a very pretty man for being down here in prison. There's a lot. There's a very big differentiation between him and the rest of the people down here.
I'm not a pretty man.
He's scraggly. He's scraggly.
No, that's him.
As he's eating what appears to be his apple, and the rest of his food.
Yeah. That stuff happen often here?
All the time. You are the new person, right?
Yeah. Me and two of the people who just got taken away, actually, but...
Problem child.
Hey, man.
That is...
Daddy, I need help.
That is a wonderful way to make a first impression in a prison.
Well, they fly by the beat of their own drum.
And you?
I'm just here to help out where it's needed.
Interesting. We don't get a lot of people who want to just help out here.
I guess I'm a bit weirded. What about yourself?
What about me?
Are you the type to fly by the beat of their own drum, or the type to help out?
I, stay somewhere in the middle. I value knowledge more than anything else. One of the reasons I'm stuck in here.
Is that so?
It is.
Now, how can knowledge land you in a place like this?
Now, what's your name, son?
Legend.
Reginald, knowledge can end you anywhere. Just depends on where you're looking. And who finds you looking there. I hear you're only staying for a week.
Yep.
That's unfortunate.
Hmm.
I've heard of the place where you're being taken. The what was it? The Upper District of Ardham. Is that right?
I believe so.
Dangerous place to go. Who would want such a particular person up there?
I'm gonna be honest, you have to repeat the question again.
Who would want a particular person up there? Your particular person.
That beats me. As far as I'm concerned, I didn't do anything wrong. Just guilty by association.
Guilty by association. Guilty by association is still guilty.
In the eyes of the law.
What kind of help do you seek to do here?
Well, here, not much. But I'm a bit of a traveler myself. Go around, help others where it's needed, and see what I can do, given circumstances of this world.
Circumstances?
Mm-hmm.
Humor me, I haven't been outside of these walls in years.
Outside of Strawberry, there's a bit of a epidemic at hand. Disease, monsters, weird, almost prophetic things happening. So, me and my compatriots were just going around and we decided to stop here, and now here we are.
Monsters. What monsters?
Creatures of the shadow sort.
Shadow sword. Explain.
Creatures of shadow. Come from the shadow. Come from darkness itself.
Things of nightmares.
Yes, actually.
Do you know anything else about these creatures?
Not much. Just the general gist.
General gist. Thank you for humoring me, especially with the disease. But next time, if you have information, make people pay for it. Knowledge is valuable, and you just gave me a handful of knowledge for free.
Yeah. I don't really think knowledge should be paid for.
No, I'm okay. As you see, this Goliath woman try to come up and grab his plate away from him. He kind of sways her off, and she just nods at him and walks the other way. See, the thing about this place, Reginald, is you have to take power wherever you can. And here, knowledge. That's power. You said you're the helping type, so you helped me a great deal. If you ever need help, come to me as well. I can give you a lot more knowledge that you're seeking for. As he grabs his plate.
And who should I ask for when seeking this knowledge?
Calcifer.
Calcifer.
He gets up. He makes his way over to the trash as he dumps it in. Dumps most of the rest of his food in. And walks away.
Get up and just see if I can lay eyes on where they took the other two.
In the moment of your conversation, you were unable to keep eyes on where they went.
I'll look around, try and find Orem. Like, try and locate him.
Make a perception.
Which one? Smack the mic. That's gonna be fun on the recording. You're letting me down.
You're letting me down.
4.
4?
And put him away.
You spot. You know what? Yeah, you spot him. It's not that hard. A lot of people have drawn out. You're actively looking for him. He's not hiding. He's covering his nose with a couple of tissues, a couple of napkins that they have, cloth. His nose is bleeding. It's going to be okay. Just stay calm. Stay calm. As you're just covering his nose.
I'll walk on over, sort of gently.
They kind of look uneasy a little bit. Scrag has his half bitten off spoon as he's pointing it at you.
I can assure you, I'm of no danger. My friend is troubled. The version of him that you saw today was not the version that I know. May I help?
Make persuasion with advantage.
Persuasion. 21.
Okay. They kind of look at each other and just nod slowly.
I'll kind of get down on his level. Any guards around me?
Not at this moment, no. they're kind of, most of the guards went up to to attend to them,
Mm-hmm.
and then there's only a couple like crowding the crowd and like getting people back adjusted.
Cure wounds.
Okay. As you touch him, the magical energy flows out of your hand and into Orem. As you hear like a crack of his nose go back into place.
Mm-hmm.
As he Lanky.
Take my bow. Head back up to my room.
See, like, kind of, not concerningly, but just doesn't know what to think of you. Kind of like confused look as you make your way back up to your room. You two. You are brought up the stairs, making your way through the corridor of the cells and stuff. You are pushed through, past the cells, near the big door. Sorry. Near the big door, the big round stone door, you're pushed to the side as a couple of guards are looking around, and then you see Etheria as one of the guards presses up against the wall. Not next to the stone, a little farther away from the stone, but on the same wall as the stone.
Mm-hmm.
Press up against the wall as a little band on their arm glows, and then you feel the door. You feel as a stone door moves out of the way, a secret door, going into a staircase. Here we go, says V, as you three all get pulled up to the up the stairs. Sorry, guys. You three start going up this spiral staircase. You're still being carried by one of the two of the guards actually, and two more guards are pushing you and V. You and V, and keep going up the staircase, as you get to the very top. There's a long hallway. You go down that hallway. You open a door. Open that door into a very nice looking room. Has very nice furniture. Shelves upon shelves of books, different types of knickknacks, different types of trinkets, different everything. And you see the warden Dagon sitting at a desk, a big desk, writing down stuff. Warden, there was a disturbance down there in the prison, and these two were caught in a fight. She knocked him out, and he apparently threw away a weapon that was on the field of combat, but it disappeared in his hands. That'll be all. As he looks up to the guards. Give us a second. As the guards kind of nod, they drop your body unconscious laying there, Crucio. As the guards leave and they shut the door. You see the her posture almost changes from that tense, like from that anger to very tense, like focus on what's about to happen. As he's writing, puts a dot on his paper, puts down his quill. He stands up. Miss Vanessa, what happened? He started a fight, and I ended it. Vanessa, is that the absolute truth? He was messing with Aurum, and I intervened. You know what happens to people who start fights and to people who end fights here. And you kind of hear her breath kind of like catching a little bit. Now, because you were truthful with me, you will only spend one day in the box. But your breakfast privileges will be cut for the rest of the week. Am I clear? She like nods a little bit. You may leave the room. She kind of like walks out, her fist clenching very, very hard in her hands. Kind of looks down at the body. And you, Theus, I knew you were going to be trouble. Already in prison for a day, and your little gang of misfits is in trouble. Tell me what happened.
What do you mean what happened? I saw a blade on the ground. I pushed it away from the man wielding it.
Tell me what happened.
The entire thing?
Do I need to be clear?
Yeah. What he did?
Tell me everything that happened.
Well, the lizard creature, or whatever her name is, V, had a little altercation. Well, technically she intervened in an altercation, but my compatriot and Aurum, the orc, had some disagreements.
What kind of disagreements? As he goes over to his books and he's starting to like feel the leather upon them, kind of looking at them.
To be honest, I wasn't listening.
Humor me. What do you think they were disagreeing on?
Well, it doesn't take much to put Crucio in a bad mood, so he could have said anything. Well, truthfully, he
Crucio.
it'll probably set him off.
He turns around, looking at you.
Ilijana, my compatriot. It is what me and the other one call him.
Crucio.
Yes.
Crucio started the fight. Did he not?
From what I saw, he made the first hit. Whatever they were talking about, I don't know who got angry first, but from what I saw, Crucio hit first. Or, sorry, Elijah hit first.
And this blade.
He has, like probably several people in this jail, arcane properties. And he also has a lack of control. But he was able to summon it.
Summon it?
Yes.
From anywhere? At any time?
I do not know, I suppose.
And when you held it away from him, he disappeared.
In past times, he has thrown it, and it has disappeared. And so my intention was to get a weapon out of line of not just Elijah, but a prison fight. So. But I picked it up, and then it disappeared, and your guard thought that I made it disappear.
Make a persuasion check with advantage. Because I told the truth.
Good boy, good boy.
Nice.
That's a 20.
You kind of seem like looking around. Still looking at his books, thinking. I appreciate your honesty, Theus. Let's just say this time there will be no repercussions for you.
For just me?
For just you.
Box time. Let's go.
What's the box?
One last thing. Where does he summon this weapon from?
I don't even think he knows. He's very elusive with most of what he does.
Thank you for your honesty, Theus. You may make your way back to your cell. And prepare for the morning, for you'll be working in the mines.
And then I walk up.
You walk out.
I just told him that.
You make your way back to the cell, or back to the cell room. You and you see V get pushed somewhere somewhere else. She doesn't make her way back.
He was getting pushed by a guard?
Yeah, being led by a guard somewhere else. She doesn't get brought back into the cells with you, or like the cell rooms with you. As you get pushed down to the cells again, they basically leave you to go to wherever you want to go. A lot of the prisoners have made their way to their cells and other places to just relax and lay down, other things like that.
Cool. I'll just find Elijah if he's still sitting at the table, or
Elijah?
Reggie, I'm sorry.
Where'd you go? Where'd you go?
I went back to my room.
Okay.
He's not there.
Okay, cool. If he's not there, then I'll just go back to my cell.
You go back to your cell. You see in your cell there is already a person asleep on the bottom bunk. You say some sort of rock genasi person.
That's cool. You ain't getting him up.
As he's laying there, sound asleep, basically.
Hard as a rock. Hey, yo.
Alright. I just get in my top bunk, and as I'm like rolling over, is it like on the wall?
Yeah, it's on the wall.
As I'm rolling over, I just pull out like one little claw on my finger, or like grow a claw on my finger, and I just start etching stuff on the wall.
Make a performance. Oh wait, do you want to etch something specifically, or just?
No, I'm just making like drawings.
Oh, okay.
Stuff. I'm not like writing anything.
He's doodling.
Yeah.
One.
I'm in the walls.
The guards are lying to you. The spoons are free. Take them.
I actually was gonna do that. I forgot.
Reginald, is there anything else you'd like to do? Sleep. Okay. As you two are about to go to sleep, you start hearing knocking. Everybody in their cells now. As people are lining in their cells, get in there. You hear. You don't hear it, or you do hear it as you start hearing each cell. You don't see anybody pull the cells. Nobody comes over to pull them. They all move at the same time and close. It's a sliding thing that slides directly across, and then you hear a lock. And then you both kind of see, you on your side, you see the Furbolg man coming around and looking at each cell, like examining it, looking, going from each cell to each cell. On your side, you see that Eldrin woman looking at each cell, and then she gets to yours. She looks inside. She lingers there for a little bit, kind of staring. She tilts her head.
Just hold her gaze.
And she turns. There's no reaction. There's no reaction to her face. Her face stays neutral, almost a creepily staring. That she's examining you. As she goes back to make a perception.
I can fix her. 4.
You don't really notice anything, I'm sorry. As she still stares at you for a while, and then goes to another cell, another cell, another cell. As you two go to sleep, for me.
That's Elijah.
Good. That's what we need. It's a big place.
Bones almost cracking a little bit of blood still on your face, coming out of your nose. As you look around, there is a thick steel door in front of you. The walls are all made of uncomfortable stone. There's no bed. There's no bathroom. There's no nothing. Just a stone room with one lantern high up in the air. And your hands are completely covered in 2 mitten guards. As Elijah's heartbeat starts beating faster, faster, you have no idea where you are. And that's where we're going to end today's session. Thank you guys for joining us in this very prison episode.
Prison Simulator.
Prison Simulator.
Hoorah!
Thank you for listening. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being our TPKers.
Way to workshop that one.
Please make sure to check us out on tpk.dnd for X, and then for Instagram it's tpk.dnd, and then for X it's tpk at tpkdnd podcast. Go follow us for news updates, anything like that. Please watch us next week again at 7 p.m. for the next episode. Let's hope nothing bad happens at this prison again. But yeah, thank you for joining us. Bye.
Whoa!